Good morning, parents and students. Um, as mentioned last night, that I've created a video tutorial and explain as to what the kids will be doing in their projects. All right. So you go to Bible and you will notice that there is an assignment. There's projects. Right. Project number 1, God made me. You're gonna go there. And the instructions at the bottom says read Genesis chapter 1 and chapter 2 verses 1 to verse 2. All right, and you are to create a poster showing the different days of creation by using drawings or pictures on a Bristol board. All right, so you're going to be getting a Bristol board, you'll be drawing, and you're going to be putting in a neat way the order in which the creation day and the creation days were were established from the very beginning. And then after you have done that, you will be recording yourself, and you of course you're going to be putting your chart stick to some wall, and you will dress modestly, I would say. All right, having a button down blouse or shirt, a nice skirt, pants for the boys, and you present as if though you're in front of a class. If you have a uniform, perfect. If not, I'm not demanding you to wear a uniform, but to put something decent, right? um so you're gonna be presenting yourself. You're gonna be presenting what God made on day 1, 2, 3, 4, etc., right? But the main part I want to make emphasis on that whenever you're finishing off your video representation, whenever you're finishing off your recording, the last section, if you notice number 4, says in your video, finish by explaining why it is important to be reminded of the days of creation when there are some who believe in evolution. So you're going to be explaining as to why it is important to know the biblical creation. All right, because we know we're living in a world whereby scientists are talking about how people come from monkeys and they began to evolve and etc. Why is it important, right, to know about the days of creation? And then it says here, upload your video here as an attachment in Google Classroom. Now you're going to be saying, how I'm going to do that? Well, it's the same procedure you're going to be using whenever you're doing a screenshot. But just because this time we do not use a screenshot, you're going to, after you have recorded yourself, right? But there's an option here. If you're using a tablet or a phone device, this will make it much easier for you to do. All right, you have 2 methods in how to go about uploading a video. All right, you can either use your tablet or your video camera, sorry, and you can video yourself, record it, practice, etc. Or you can create one of your own right here using Google Classroom. All right, once you believe you are ready and you have set to present, then you're gonna go where it says add work, and if you notice, you have a section that says camera. All right, you're gonna put camera, and it says record video, and you click on that. It's gonna give you the wizard is gonna guide you into how steps of creating your video and what's not. You press record, and then you begin doing a presentation. When you're finished, you stop the video recording, and that's supposed to automatically save in your Google account, in your Google Classroom. Or if you have used a camera from your device, such as a tablet or a phone, then you want to do the following step. All right, you will first of all, after you have created your video, you're gonna save it. You can either name it, bring it under a name, or somewhere you can actually identify it. And you're gonna be clicking upload, and by clicking upload, you're gonna go about looking for where the video was recorded. All right, you're gonna click on the different sections, look for a video, and when you have found it, you just select it, and then it should automatically begin uploading in your Google Classroom as an attachment file for that particular project or assignment. All right, this goes for all video recordings. If you have done one before or haven't, then this is a procedure you're going to be taking. So that's going to be for Bible project. Now for mathematics class, All right, you have a project as well. It says conversion from base 10 to base 2. All right, now for purpose sake, I put a video there so you guys can have an idea, an explanation, a better understanding as to how to go about converting from base 10 to base 2. But the project consists of the following. Students will do a little research on how to convert from base 10 to base 2. You can use Google, you can research on there and try to read and understand, or you can use YouTube videos to help you better understand. Then number 2, you're gonna get a Bristol board and just create a poster showing the process of converting base 10 to base 2 on a Bristol board, right? So you're gonna be drafting out an example, showing your steps as you how to go about doing it. And then using that same example that you put on the Bristol board, you're gonna put the Bristol board on the wall or somewhere where you can stand beside it so you can be able to explain the process. And then number 3, video record yourself explaining the process of conversion. All right, you're gonna be explaining the different steps how you go about changing from base 10 to base 2. Okay, so that's basically what you're gonna be doing. And likewise, like the Bible, you will be doing either of the two steps. You can either record using the Google Classroom platform, or you can use your own camera that comes with your tablet or your cell phone. All right, those using a computer would probably want to use a device such as a cell phone to record, and then you connect your cell phone to the computer and then you search manually that particular file. All right, which I'll be showing in just a few moments. Those who are using a computer, I'll be doing a separate tutorial to go about explaining that process. All right, so that's basically what you're going to be doing for math. All right, then we go to language arts. Language arts has a project of its own, punctuation marks. Now I need you to follow carefully because you will definitely need to follow these steps in order for you to do your PowerPoint. All right, it says view a video tutorial, which is the one you're actually watching. Those in Google Classroom is how to do PowerPoint, right? Because there are two, those who are not in Google Classroom and those who are in Google Classroom. All right, it says here search what are the different punctuation marks, which includes full stops, question marks, commas, exclamation mark, quotation marks, all right, which are the basics. Then you are to create a PowerPoint on the different punctuation marks. One punctuation per slide along with one example on each slide. All right, so we are dealing with PowerPoint. But you might be saying, well, sir, how to go about doing a PowerPoint? Well, this is the procedure you're going to be taking. So I'll be clicking where it says add work, and I will go under the right bottom corner where it says create, and then if you notice it has a section that says slides. Now if you haven't downloaded the slides device application, then you would want to do so. So you're going to be clicking on that, and I believe for my sake I haven't downloaded as yet, so you will be seeing that in just a few moments. See, this is what's going to happen. It's going to load up, and you will click on this little pencil, and if you notice it says open in Google Slides. I'm going to be clicking on open on Google Slides, and if you notice it's going to take me to the Play Store because I do not have Google Slides installed. So I'm going to install that. All right, in a few moments to install. Now Google Slide is where we're going to be doing most of our PowerPoint presentation, so you can follow closely as you go along doing it. It's much easier in the computer version. A computer version gives you you don't need to really download any app, but never, and it's also even far much more better because you can see the entire screen as you go about doing using the different tools as I want to be showing you. Okay, so sorry. Installing. I'm just gonna wait for it to install. I'm taking my time to show you this procedure because this is what you expect to see whenever you are doing your slides. All right. And you will see that after you have downloaded the Google Slides, you will notice that it is going to be a fun way of doing presentations. All right, it is not complicated as such. All right. Okay, I'm going to close that off. Just hoping that it would open this time. And go out quickly. I'll click here again. Click here, little pencil again. Open it. Okay, got it. It's already installed. Okay, so basically this is going to be your screen that you're going to be seeing. If you notice, I double tap, I can enter my topic. So I do not want to look plain and simple, so I'm going to click on the three dots at the top, and if you notice, there are different things that says view guides, show speaker notes, etc. So you're going to be doing where it says change theme. All right, and if you go to change theme, there are a variety of styles that you can choose from. Okay, for time's sake, I'm going to simply use, since we are doing language arts, let's see which one I can use. Let me use this one here. Applying the theme, and I have my cover page here. So I'm going to double tap to add title. So I'm going to double tap, and it's going to blink, and my little keyboard is going to come out, and I'm going to be putting punctuation marks, and then I'm going to touch that little box there again, my slide, and then at the little bottom I'm going to touch again, and I'm going to put my name here, by Adrian. Okay, tap again on the box, and I have my cover page from my PowerPoint presentation. I can put a plus sign here. If you notice, if I click that plus sign, a little thing is going to come up, so I can put add image. I can have from photos, from camera, whichever one I want to choose. I can download one from the internet and just choose one from my photos, etc. But for now, I'm going to leave it as is. All right. The computer version is a little bit more easier to do because well, they have the option to choose a variety of themes. Right now, you might be saying, sir, what's the next step? So there's a little plus sign and a little box at the bottom right corner. I'm going to click on that, and as you notice, it gives me different styles as to what I can continue on. So I'm going to click on this one here, all right, to add that one, and I'm going to be putting my first slide would be let's see, I can double tap, and I'm going to be putting question mark. I want to define what a question mark is. I can either Google it, copy and paste it here. All right, little definition, or I can create one of my own. It's a symbol for asking questions or whatever is it that they're gonna be asking you. All right, after you have done that, you keep on pressing the little plus sign at the bottom, and you can continue adding other styles, if you notice. All right, but for instance, this one will not really work for you, so I'll suggest that we skip this particular one. Why? Because it doesn't have the section. If I tap on that, it's only gonna give me a title. I cannot insert like this one here where I can have a little box. I can put my information here. So you have to be very careful when doing those ones. All right, so let me see if I can remove this one here. I'm going to select this one at the bottom, and I'm going to put this one here. I'm going to put delete slide. Okay, and then I continue with that. Try to look for the ones that have little boxes. All right, if you have a title, a larger text, and then you have the smaller ones, you can always use any one of those ones. Okay, so basically that's what you're gonna be doing your PowerPoint, and then when you're finished, I'm gonna simply close the X mark here at the top left. Okay, and I'm gonna click again. All right, I'm gonna click the little arrow at the very top left again. I'm gonna click on that little arrow there, and I have saved my PowerPoint. I'm gonna simply put turn in, and I have turned in my assignment. Okay, so that's basically how you're gonna be doing your PowerPoint presentation for this particular project. Okay, if you feel that you cannot proceed, then you feel free to call me so I can be able to explain. Then we go to science. But by the way, you're going to be getting a social studies project. All right, now this one says review videos on salt water and freshwater ecosystems. So what am I talking about? I will simply go back. I look for, if you notice, it has 4.1 and 4.2, the little bookmarking one. This is one, and this is the other one. Okay, so you review that, and you go back again to the class. It says create a map of Belize on a typing sheet and illustrate the 2 types of water found in Belize. Now, you can either trace a little map there from Atlas of Belize. It doesn't really matter. And after you have created that map, after you have, of course, you have done that, then you would want to therefore draw the little waterways. You're gonna color where the sea is, color the different rivers that you may see, and you name them, right? Name them: the Belize New River, Sibun River, the major rivers, not all of the rivers, just the major ones that you can find and that you can see. And then it says here, number 3, select one of them and explain in the form of a video recording what all living organisms can be found in that ecosystem you choose. For instance, I'm going to put an example. Let's say I am on a lagoon. All right, you can also put lagoon. Belize River Lagoon. What all can I find in the lagoon? I can find bay snook fish, different little plants that go at the bottom of the lagoon. I can find crocodile. I can find birds. I can find monkeys. So that's what I'm asking, right? You make a list of things that you can find in that ecosystem, and you can explain it orally, right? So you don't have to be drawing any bird or none of those things. I'm simply asking that you draw the map, distinguish the different ecosystem, where is a lagoon can be found in Belize, where rivers can be found in Belize, where the sea can be found in Belize, etc. Right? Nice, neat, color it, be looking presentable, nice, and neat to the point, right? So that's basically what you're going to be doing. And you're going to be recording, like I said, you're going to record your presentation. And the same procedure, you're going to be adding your work, either uploading or either creating your camera by using your camera in Google Classroom. Alright, so that's basically what you're going to be doing for these projects to come. I've given you guys ample time, so use your time wisely. Alright, and well, I hope to see those presentations coming on. Thank you.